which is going to create more of the leverage in your life, right? The first two are based on personal production. The third one is going to get you to have more time freedom, which I think is the beauty of what we really have here. So, with that, as you get started, you will have your shop.com, Google, and Microsoft running the back end. There are 3,000 exclusive branded products, the 4,000 stores, our cashback, as we mentioned. Our job is to create BV, right? So exclusive products, similar to like, here we have our fish oils, we have our NAD plus, our daily essentials. That's all business volume. Our cash back is going to be with our partner store. So everything under the sun will give you cash back on top of that. So here's how we do it. It's very simple. As I mentioned, we are personal use, we are consumers. So imagine all the money that you personally spend, you, your family, your kids, if you have them, everything that goes on in your household or extended family. Imagine if you took all that money and funneled it through yourself and could save 5, 10, 15% a year. That's what I'm saying is possible by you just having your own account, because by you being your own customer, yes, you're going to get business volume. Yes, you're going to get cash back, but it's also a home-based business. So now a lot of the things like your Wi-Fi, your computer, your home office, which I'm in, your new cell phone, your new laptop, whatever it may be, those are all tax deductions that you get off of your income at the end of the year, which is going to save you and your family a lot of money. That's number one. Number two is we're going to teach you how to develop some customers. We all do this already, whether it's word of mouth, whether it's through social media, whether it's through referrals. We have a good experience, we share it. So for us, it's like, okay, Mocha Tonics, it tastes amazing, especially now going into the fall season. Okay, what is Mocha Tonics? It gives me energy, I lose fat, and I don't have a crash. Oh, by the way, it tastes like hot chocolate. Someone says, okay, how do I get that? Let me show you. So now they come through the site, business volume is created, and that retail profit, 30 to 100%, as I mentioned, is going to be awarded to you every time someone buys the product. Here's what's interesting, because a lot of people are like, well, I don't have the time to have, 30, 40, 50, 60 customers every single week, as a traditional business may need. Most businesses, you need that every hour. Here, you need 10 to 15 customers monthly. Over time, you have a repeat order, you have a relationship with these people, you understand what their goals may be, and that's where our businesses flourishes because of the reorder concept. We're not selling Rolexes and Ferraris. We're talking about products that have like 2, 4, or 6 week like lives. Like within 2 to 6 weeks, the product's done. So people are going to come back and buy it again from you, which is why Walmart is so successful. It's the frequency of purchase. Same thing here. So you're going to have a great relationship. By the way, if you do it correctly, you will also get referrals, which will increase your personal customer base. It is based online, so we do have a business where you can ship all around the country or internationally. You have that capacity. And then the fact that we have partnerships, the partnerships allow us to create leverage, right? What I just went through, every one of us can do. The partners allows for us to work 24 hours a day and then some, because we can create more hours in the day. These 6 things, guys, if you're taking notes, it's literally what we do. If you think you can use the same product that you're using and funnel it through your site and find some, proteins and whatever that you can buy exclusively, you can do this. You can share that. You can develop some customers and then partnerships as well. The question is, how far do you want to take it? That's the better question. Are you looking for 300 a month? Are you looking for 3,000 a week or even more? Either way, I'm going to show you how that's possible. So, keeping in mind those 6 things, eventually you will identify other people who are looking for some extra income, right? Let's call it Allison and let's say me, just because it's easy with A and B. So, Allison and Brett, what are you going to teach me and Allison? These 6 things. We both have personal use and budgets for our home. We both have customers that we can share with. We have customers outside of our home state. We have partners. Now the team starts to grow. And then repeat and rinse and repeat. And now it starts to create, wow, like more leverage in your life. But why do you actually care? Because BV is leveraged 100%. What I mean by that is that Allison may lead to Sene, and Sene leads to Evan, and Evan does 120 BV worth of our Mocha Tonics. 100%. You may not know who Evan is. You may not know what BV is yet. That's okay. 100% of what Evan does will go to Senny, will also go to Allison, and then 120 points is going to go into your account as well. Now, you may say, well, what's the big deal? Well, the big deal is the same thing that happened to Allison is going to happen with me, and I'll explain why that matters. Is maybe I lead to Drayton and he does 200 points worth of the TLS protein. Great, goes up 100%. And now you're like, great, I have Allison, Brett, some customers, some products. Why does this matter? Because on Friday, they do a search to infinity with how many points you do, your customers do, your partners do, and all of their customers do. And on Friday, if it equals 1,200 on your left and 1,200 on your right, the smallest commission check they'll give you is a $300 check. Some of you may say $300, not a big deal. Some of you are saying that would make a big deal for me. It doesn't really matter. It's more the concept, guys, of like the 100% to infinity, what that really could mean for you, right? It's more about you have unlimited potential if you build this the correct way. Now, what happens if you don't have 1,200 points on Friday? Let's say you started tonight. In 3 days, maybe you get to 1,100 points. Good for you. We don't have a quota. Your BV will stay there for 365 days, meaning on Saturday, although Friday's the cutoff, on Saturday, they don't restart you. You don't have to go from zero. You actually start where you left off at 1,100 points. So next week, someone decides to take a shower and 100 points of product from shampoo and conditioner goes up, right? Good hygiene promoted here, right? So 100 BV goes up, boom, you hit the check the next week. And what I'm getting at, guys, is like we all have stuff in our lives. We're all busy. Like, show me someone that's not. Like, I don't, never mind. I'm not gonna say that. But the point is, like, we're all busy. We all have things to take care of. We all have a lot going on. My point is, this business is designed to fit and to be leveraged into your life. Not, you know what I mean? Even if you only have 5, 10, 15 hours a week that you can do this, right? Because you're already running the business, you're just not getting paid for it yet. And that's what I want to stress. And it really is like how much can we get for you? We just got to put our heads together a little bit. If $300 isn't enough, that's cool. Like 2,400 points, it would be another $300 check. $3,600 would be another $300 check. 5,000 would be 600, which would be equal to $1,500. And if you do that all in the same week, it's 1,500 for the week. Let me ask you, like, you can't respond, but like, think to yourself, like, if you got $1,500 extra for the week coming in, like, what would that do for you and your family? For some, it's going to be like, wow, I can maybe replace one of my jobs, or maybe one of the parents doesn't have to work. Maybe someone can pay off their debt faster. Maybe you can pay off the house faster. Early retirement, credit cards, you can finally like cut them up and never see them again. Like there's so much that can be done. It's not just about the money, but it's about like, I think the peace of mind that people often overlook. To have an asset that's paying you 1,500 weekly, like very, very important to have that. Even if you love your job, to have that security where you have options, you just will look at life a little differently. And what I love about our business is the fact that we are incentivized to help people succeed. You don't go 33 years in business, win 3 Torch Awards, never have a down quarter in the history of the company, pay out $6+ billion to the field without having a really tight-knit, team-oriented culture. Why? I'm going to show you. When you help Allison hit 5,000, 5,000, and then you teach me, and I help Clementine do the same thing, 5,000, 5,000, what will happen is because you've helped other people make money, they will give you a $600 bonus check for the week, incentivizing you to make sure that the newest person is becoming successful as well. Just think about that for a second. When I was a guest, I was nervous, I was young, I was only 19 years old, I didn't know anything about business. But I saw that and I said to myself, the person who introduced me, which is Drayton, I said, if I do poorly, it hurts him. But if he teaches me everything he knows and I do well, it helps him too. I'm okay with someone else doing well as long as I'm with that person. This business allows for the person who's the most successful to be incentivized to train you. It should give you a lot of confidence when evaluating this that you're going to have someone in your corner. So not only is $2,100 a week, 100 plus $1,000 a year, in addition to whatever you do for your living now, I'm going to show you something that's really special. Because for the first time in 33 years, what if I told you you could double your income for the same effort? I don't know about you, but like my traditional like job prior, like that wasn't a thing. Like I could do overtime maybe and get a couple dollars here, but to double your income, guys, I'm going to show you that you could do that. Where now 1,200 and 1,200, instead of it being 300, it could be 600. All the way up to where that same $1,500 that I just showed you is now worth $3,000. This has launched, it's going to launch starting October 1st. So if you get started now, you can still get yourself qualified for this because you have 30 days. So over the next 30 days, you can work really hard and get to $3,000 within the week potential earning, bringing up your total to 3,600 for the week. Like that's nuts. $187,000 for the year, to basically do everything that I just mentioned. Of course it takes work, but it's a teamwork, and our business is capped. This isn't one person getting paid. This isn't just like, okay, whoever's the most successful does the best. Guys, it's capped. And when you reach 5,000 points, what I mean by that is when you get to 20,000 and that 5,000 that paid you comes out, there's still 15,000 points remaining. Those points are recycled to help each other person, like Allison, myself, Clementine, Evan, Senny, get paid based on the commissions that I've already showed you. So this isn't about who got started first, but it's about production. If you're willing to produce, it doesn't matter time frame, you will get paid. I like the sound of that because you get to bet on you. I think that's pretty cool. So you have this concept. If you want to own a second and third business, you can. You can double and triple your income. You can own up to 999 businesses. Quite frankly, that's a conversation for a later date. I just want you to know, like, you can double and triple your income. Most people, they get to $3,600 a week. It's your freedom money, meaning that for most people, it's going to replace what you earn. For most people, it's going to put you in a position to where you have security and peace of mind. And then from there decide, okay, you want to, travel, do all these other things, build your second and third business, you know. Now, I haven't showed you the best parts yet, and I'm coming in for a landing, so stay with me. So, here's the deal. If you get started tonight, this green box will be you. And you're probably saying, well, why is that significant, Brett? Because that's the question I ask myself. Well, what's significant is this. Everybody that came before you, remember how I said the 5,000, you get a bonus? Everyone's here to help you. So trust me, they're going to be invested into your success. Not only that, if Allison has a partner, which may start tomorrow, you can receive that partner and you may not even know who they are. What about Evan? What about Senny? You can have two, three partners. BV and TV are still the same. You have no idea, like, yet, because I didn't know yet either. But I did understand. I did understand this was like owning land in Manhattan, and the property value is only going to go one way because there's only one place you can build, and that's going up. You can own your online internet real estate. That's all I'm saying. And if this wasn't good enough for you, and you're like, Brett, I don't know, like whatever, here's the deal. There's really good retailers on our team. Like I said, 10 to 15 customers in a month. There's some people on our call that do like 2, 3, 4,000 BV like a month. Like, they're really good. Here's the deal. If you get introduced, right? Like let's say I have a customer order of 200 points. You just got started tonight. Those points can be given to you. The retail profit goes to the person who made the sale, but the points go to you. And which is going to go towards your faster, yeah, remember that 1,200 points is going to go towards your first commission faster. Not only that, but everyone on the team will get credit for it. And then Allison maybe was at 4,800. Now she hits 5,000. It goes back to you or whoever made the sale. Like it never left. And when I saw this, I was like, here's what some people think. Oh, well, what's the big deal? Well, I'm like my background is in health and wellness and fitness. Like that's where like prioritize like the products. There's people on here that are amazing estheticians. I know nothing about the skin other than the fact that it's an organ. Okay. So it's like they are amazing, or cosmetics, or like cleaning supplies, or whatever. And it's like people are going to use products that I'm not using, but it still pays the whole team, right? And it's like you can specialize in what you love, but other people can do the same, and it's a team effort. At my job, I was not getting paid for the marketing department. I got paid for finances. That's it. Here, you own the whole business. So every avenue is going to you. It is special when you understand that. Now, I'm going to cut myself off because I'll go on a tangent. So, the requirements are very simple. The requirements are very simple. You're going to learn how to develop your product, customers, personal use. We've talked about this. Once we identify what you're using, here's what we have to do, right? This is in order for us to get paid like 60 points a month of production. This can be either you or a customer. So your personal use, as I mentioned, or one of the 10 to 15. Either one is fine. And a UFMS, which is your back office to run your links. It's your business account. You need that. It's $110 a month of production, right? We all spend more than that on toilet paper, toothpaste, trash bags, protein powders, multivitamins, cosmetics, like we all do. So $90 of that is in products that we're either using or selling. So it's 20 bucks a month to keep an ongoing business that I've explained the earning potential to you, right? It's when you think about it, like it's really difficult to explain this on a computer screen or even in person, like just talking about it. Like you have to kind of see in order for you to understand, right? Now, when I first saw this, I was like, it looks great, but I kind of wanted to see more. Like, how is this possible, right? I told you my story was 19 years old, nothing special. Um, Honestly, just needed a lot of help and a lot of encouragement. I didn't really believe in myself, honestly. But Drayton and the guy that he is, he's like, look, man, I got your back. That was one. But number two, he really kind of connected me to some of the best people in the company and put me into the environment in which I can understand the bigger picture. Stan Pierce, leading practitioner that uses our products in his practice, in addition to his practice, has built his business up to a point where he's making about $4,000 to $5,000 a week in addition to his practice. Only 25, 30 bucks to learn from a guy for a few hours is a steal. And leadership school, which is going to be not until February. You get this when you start. But to learn from Lauren, like JR's, wife, co-founder, Mark, you just got to put yourself into the position, and I'll end it on this and I'll bring up a few people. We'll be done in 5 minutes here. But it's just, I'm passionate about this business because I didn't start passionate, but I realized that, you know, you don't know what you need until after you really need it sometimes. And I can tell you there's been a lot, and there's a lot of people and stories I can tell you. But for myself, my younger sister, she struggles. She has autism. There's things that go on I'm not going to get into. But the biggest concern always was I can do well working corporate, whatever. But when my parents are no longer here and she's not able to take care of herself, what then? And that was a question that always stuck with me since I understood what that would actually mean. Do I put her in a home? Do I have to explain why mom and dad aren't here? Like all this kind of stuff. And how could you even explain some of that stuff? So the business, forget about money. It bought me back my time. So now, whenever that day comes, we're good. So my point is, I don't know what that is for you, but I think you deserve to take a chance to give yourself that opportunity. Invest into yourself. And here's two ways to get started. You can get started, fast start kit, 700 bucks. Cool. You get everything I talked about. If you want to go after the double pay, which if you have 30 days to still do by October 1st, here's your second option. Fast track package. It puts you in the boat to earn double pay. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but double pay no matter what. I mean, it's just worth it. But either way, I applaud you for getting started. Just talk to the person who invited you on this call, right?